You know when you have some commitment, some trip planned, but you feel deep down that you shouldn't go? Or when you feel you should move to a different city or end a relationship for life to start flowing again? Or even that you should start a specific course? If you found this video, it's probably because you've experienced some of these situations. And today, you're going to discover what signs a parallel version of you is trying to send through a message. I know, this idea might sound crazy at first. That's what you might think. But throughout this video, you'll see that it makes a lot of sense. This idea that there's a version of you living in a different dimensional layer is a concept created by French physicist Jean-Pierre Garnier-Mallet. He basically proposes that there's a double of you, identical to you, who is exploring possibilities in a different temporal speed. A fragment of you that has already lived the consequences of your choices and is trying to send you that information. That intuition not to take the trip. It could be your double alerting you. That certainty that you need to move. It could be your double guiding you to the right path. But how can we actually experience this possibility and identify that this version of you really exists and is trying to communicate with you? Today, I'm going to show you the 7 unmistakable signs that your double is trying to contact you. And most importantly, how to stop ignoring it and start trusting this information. Understanding the double. Before we talk about these signs, you need to understand what the double is. According to Garnier-Mallet, he's a French physicist who developed the theory of time doubling. According to him, time isn't linear as we imagine. In fact, we exist simultaneously at different temporal speeds. The central idea is this. While you're living your life at this exact moment, there's a double of you living in an imperceptible time, billions of times faster than our conscious time. This double explores possibilities, tests scenarios, and sends us information through what we call intuition, dreams, and synchronicities. It's as if you had a future self who has already lived the consequences of your choices and is trying to guide you toward the best paths. So, according to Garnier-Mallet, this exchange of information happens during sleep, but also in moments of deep relaxation. Our double constantly sends us messages, but are we capturing and absorbing this information in the best way? Information through what we call intuition, dreams, and synchronicities. Time is not what you think. Let's go deeper into how this really works. Look, the perception of time is something very particular to human beings. We consider that time exists because we're born, we grow, we age, and we're going to die one day. So what we believe as time is actually the moment of our incarnated experience on this plane. Nothing more than that. Deep down, time doesn't exist. The universe functions in an eternal present. Time is not linear as we imagine. It's open, infinite. And since it's infinite, since it always was and always will be, past, present, and future are actually one thing. After all, only the now window exists. Everything happens in the now. The past no longer exists, and the future doesn't exist yet. Everything happens, exists, now. Tom Campbell's virtual reality theory. There's another extremely interesting physicist I know personally, Tom Campbell. I participated in organizing the event that brought him to Brazil to speak alongside my friend Mario Jorge, who promotes his work here in Brazil. Exceptional. I invite you to get to know Tom Campbell. He has fantastic work on virtual reality. According to him, reality is like a rendered video game, where our true consciousness is the player, the one who controls. And we, incarnated here, are just the avatar, the one who is controlled. Our true consciousness, therefore, never dies. It just changes characters to have new experiences. According to Tom Campbell's theory, which is widely disseminated in his work called My Big Toe, Theory of Everything, our double, this parallel version of us, is actually the true version, the player, the one having experiences through this flesh and bone avatar, navigating the ocean of life. I'm uniting these two fantastic theories here to show you that your double is nothing more than your true self. Your true essence that's above this temporal space of beginning, middle, and end. Your true self with a capital S. Of course, this subject alone could fill an entire work of books, an entire course. But I'm bringing it here simply for you to reflect on this possibility and develop a bit more intimacy with your higher self, with your consciousness that never dies. Because this consciousness, as it's free, as it's a fragment of the Creator itself, as it's the universe experiencing itself through an individuality, this consciousness is above this space-time perception. So it can inspire you, test possibilities, experiment with the consequences of your choices even before you make them. How your double works for you. Think of it this way: you're considering accepting that new job. Your double can explore that possibility, can experience what it would be like to work there, how you'd feel, what opportunities would arise, what problems you'd face. This is why some people go to sleep with an enormous problem and find the solution to that problem in a dream. It's not that the brain processed the information while the person slept. It was the double who tested various solutions in parallel dimensions, in virtual experiences, and sent the best answer. But sleep isn't the only moment where it manifests. States of deep relaxation, meditation, or even those moments when you're on autopilot, driving, taking a shower, are also temporal openings. It's when your rational mind steps away a bit and messages can get through, if you allow it. What's most fascinating is that, according to Garnier-Millet, this isn't a one-way street. You can also request information from your double. So before sleeping, you can mentally ask questions like, I need to decide about that proposal. Show me what's the best path. Your double will work on this during the night, and you'll wake up with a clarity you didn't have before. This is training, an exercise. The future is already happening. In other words, time doesn't function as our simple perception can perceive. According to Garnier-Millet, the future isn't something that's going to happen. It's already happening. Everything is happening simultaneously at the same time. So your double doesn't predict the future. It lives potential futures and informs you about them. This is why a medium or oracle can access future information and present it to you. And if you train, you can do this too. This is why some people report premonitory dreams. It's not prediction. It's that the double already lived that moment in accelerated time and managed to transmit the information during sleep. According to Garnier-Millet, this exchange of information happens all the time. Our double constantly sends us messages, but are we capturing and absorbing this information in the best way? Most people ignore these signs their entire lives and then stay there, making decisions, regretting them, feeling like they knew they should have done differently. But when you understand that there's a double working for you, exploring possibilities, living ahead, testing paths, everything changes. You stop seeing intuition as something vague, mystical, and start seeing it as information, as precious as any information you value. Now that you understand what the double is and how it works, let's go to the 7 practical signs that it's trying to communicate with you. Extremely vivid or recurring dreams. The first sign is those extremely vivid or recurring dreams that repeat. According to the doubling theory, during sleep, our consciousness connects directly with the double. Those dreams that seem too real, where you wake up and need a few seconds to understand you were dreaming, they could be experiences of your double in other timelines. Especially observe dreams that repeat, dreams where you know things you don't know in real life, premonitory dreams that later confirm themselves. Garnier-Millet suggests we write down these dreams as their true coded messages from our double about future possibilities. 2. Sudden, inexplicable intuitions. The second sign is sudden or inexplicable intuitions. How many times have you had a strong intuition about something, ignored it, and later regretted it? According to the theory, these sudden intuitions, that's something telling you not to take that street or to call someone, are your double alerting you. It has already lived that moment in accelerated time and is sending you the information. That's why it feels so strong, but you can't explain it logically. Typical manifestations of sudden intuition are a physical sensation in the stomach or chest when making decisions, knowing something without being able to explain how, thoughts that emerge from nowhere with absolute clarity, frequent synchronicities. The third sign is frequent synchronicities. You think of someone and that person calls you. You need information and by chance find exactly what you needed. Numbers that repeat constantly. If you observe reality with honesty, you'll realize that chance simply doesn't exist. The more you pay attention, the more synchronicities you notice. It's as if the universe is confirming you're on the right path. 4. Déjà vu and the sensation of, I've lived this. The fourth sign is the famous déjà vu. Déjà vu has always been a mystery to traditional science, but for Garnier-Millet, the explanation is simple. You're living a moment that your double already experienced in accelerated time and transmitted to you during sleep. When you finally live that scene in normal reality, your brain recognizes, I've seen this, I know this. Pay attention if the déjà vu comes accompanied by a sensation of knowing what will happen next, a feeling that you chose to live that moment, a sensation of confirmation, as if you're on the right path. 5. Waking up with ready solutions. The fifth sign is waking up with ready solutions. You go to sleep with a problem, apparently without solution. You wake up in the morning, there it is. The answer is clear in your mind. This happens because during sleep, our double actively works on our problems, trying solutions at accelerated speed. When it finds the best answer, it transmits it to us. This is why the advice, sleep on it, really works. It's not the brain resting, it's the double working in another temporal dimension. 6. Sudden changes in life direction. The sixth sign is sudden changes in direction that our life takes. Sometimes, something in you simply changes. You wake up one day and know you need to change careers, end a relationship, or move to another city. There's no obvious logical reason, but the certainty is absolute. These moments happen when your double finally manages to break through the barrier of ordinary consciousness with an urgent message. Trust me, this is the way. The sensation of already knowing certain people or places. The seventh and last sign is the sensation of already knowing certain people or places you just met. You meet someone for the first time and have an overwhelming sensation that you've known this person for years. Or you arrive at a new place and feel like you've returned home. According to the theory, your double has already interacted with that person's double or already explored that place in another timeline. And when you finally encounter it in normal time, there's a deep recognition. It's as if your soul recognizes something your conscious mind isn't understanding yet. Before we continue, I want you to write in the comments which of these signs you've already noticed in your life in practice. Tell me how to strengthen this connection. Now that you know the signs, how can you strengthen this connection with your double? I'm going to suggest a simple exercise. Before sleeping, in thought or in a low voice, acknowledge the existence of your double. Thank it for the work it does. Ask specific questions about situations that concern you. Request guidance for the following day. Do this with sincerity, with an open mind, not as a mechanical ritual. It's a real conversation with your deeper self. Additional practices. Request guidance from your double before sleeping. You will certainly receive these orientations. Stay alert. Keep a dream journal beside your bed. As soon as you wake up, write down everything, even if it doesn't make immediate sense to you. Most importantly, learn to trust your intuition. The more you honor your double's messages, the clearer they become. The ultimate truth, Garnier Millet's theory of time doubling might seem like science fiction, just like Tom Campbell's virtual reality theory, but they offer us something valuable, a way to understand those inexplicable experiences we've all had. Whether you literally believe in parallel versions or prefer to see this as a metaphor for your unconscious mind working in the background, the result is the same. There's a wisdom within you that goes beyond conscious logic. Maybe it's time to start paying attention to it. And that's why this video didn't come to you by chance. Next time you have a strong intuition, a vivid dream, a synchronicity that seems impossible, stop, breathe, and ask, what is my double trying to tell me? You might be surprised by the answers. Final invitation. Your parallel self has been trying to reach you your entire life. Those gut feelings, those dreams that feel too real, those moments when you just know something without knowing how, they're not random. They're messages from a version of you that exists beyond time as you understand it. The question is, will you keep ignoring them, or will you finally start listening? The universe is speaking. Your double is working. The information is flowing. All you have to do is tune in.